Yes, a very good evening to all. Hope I'm audible to you people. Do I'm audible? Yes, a very good evening. So all of you please do enable your videos and do that soon. So guys, enable your videos. And welcome you all for today's session. It's your Pushpashri ma'am is here. And you all know that today you're all having a class of mathematics, and I hope you're all having your mathematics books in your hands. And students, in the last session, I gave you an assignment, I gave you an homework regarding your geometry chapter. And I hope you people have completed that. Have you people completed that? Okay. So can I see your books? Can you all show me your books? Whatever the homework I gave you yesterday, please show your book towards the camera and zoom your book so that I can see your books. Everyone. And keep turning your pages. Okay, I can see the books of Mohit and Dhruti, Pritham, Preeti, Bhakti, and then Karthik, Dishant, Taresh, Harshit, Kushal, Shreyas. Good. Only these many people showed and the rest no. You have a video problem. Fine, dear, and you are traveling. You cannot on your video. Fine. Okay. And I hope you guys have completed your assignments. And you all hope you all remember what we were discussing in our last session. So in the last session, kids, I have stopped you till the polygon meaning. And I said that I'll be doing the different types of polygon in an upcoming session. That's on today. So let us move on to today's session. And in today's session, we'll see what are the different types of polygon we are having. So before that, I'm going to disable your chat session first. And right now, your chat session has been disabled. So please, all of you sit straight, fold your hands, and finger on your lips. So make sure it will not be moving until I'm going to complete this. Okay, fine. Now we'll go with the chapter, the geometry. In that, we were discussing about the polygon. So we will continue with the same polygon in today's session. Okay. So now in today's session, I'll be going on with some of the important facts related to polygon. So we'll learn the important facts related to polygon. Okay. So we'll see what are the important terms related to polygon and how we are going to use those related terms whenever we are doing with our polygon. So we'll go one after the other. The first one, you all can have a look. I'll just write here. So all of you look into your screen. The very first one tells you regarding the polygon of three sides. So see here, polygon with three sides. Polygon with three sides are called or is called triangle. Triangle. Okay. So if you draw any of the polygons, see here you are having the three sides. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to call this as a triangle. So even this is our polygon too. Okay. So this is our polygon, and the polygon with this three sides, I'm going to call that as a triangle. So in the same way, we'll go with the next thing, that is polygon with four sides. Okay, any of the polygon you are going to draw with your four sides is called. So we are going to call that as a quadrilateral. Okay, we're gonna call that as quadrilateral. And then we'll go with a third one, that is the polygon with four over. Now we'll go with our 5. So polygon with 5 sides is called is called pentagon. Okay, it's called as what? Pentagon. So these are the important names, guys, you have to keep in your mind. So they might ask you during your exam. So please keep all these things in your mind. Okay. And next we'll go with a polygon, which is having a 6 sides. So what it is called as? So polygon with 6 sides is called hexagon. Okay. So we are going to call that as a hexagon. And then after this 6 sides, we'll be going on with our 7 sides, isn't it? So we'll go with that. That is a polygon with 7 sides. S-E-V-E-N. 7 sides is called heptagon. Okay, you people will just get confused with these two names, hexagon and heptagon. So please do know that 6 side is called as hexagon, 7 side is called as heptagon. And then coming on to your 6th one, polygon with 8 sides. Polygon with 8 sides. Polygon with 8 sides. So whatever the polygon you're going to draw with your 8 sides, we are going to call that polygon as a octagon. Octagon. Okay. And then the polygon with our, we'll go with the polygon with 9 sides. N-I-N-E, 9 sides is called nonagon. Nonagon. And the last but not the least, that is your 8th one, that is a polygon with 10 sides. So on your portion, you just have till this 10 sides. Okay. So polygon with the 10 sides is called decagon. Okay. So students, these are the important facts related to polygon. Suppose you are going to draw a diagram which is having the 3 sides. So whenever you are drawing a diagram with this 3 sides, then we are going to call that as a triangle. Okay. So if you're going to draw any of the diagram which is consisting of 4 sides, we're going to call that as a quadrilateral. So any of the polygon which is having a 5 sides, we are going to call that as a pentagon. And any of the polygon which is of 6 sides is called as hexagon. So polygon with a 7 sides is called as heptagon. Polygon with the 8 side is called as octagon, and the polygon with our 9 sides is called as nonagon, and then the 10 side is decagon. And the triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, and decagon. So these are the important facts which are related to the polygon. In the exam, they might ask you 8 side is called as what? You should be knowing that it is called as an octagon. And in the same way, they might ask you with the 10 sides. You should be knowing that it is decagon. So all these things, it's compulsory for you people to know. So hope you people have understood with this. So now you all can start writing the notes of this. And Harshit, you have raised your hand. Jude, can I know your query in the chat session, dear? So please do chat with me in the chat session. And the others can start writing. So please make sure you'll be keeping your heading as important facts related to polygon. Before that, please put today's date and then continue. Okay. Bhakti, even you have raised the hand. Please leave your message in the chat session here. If you cannot chat, you people can rejoin to the session so that you people can chat. Okay. And be quick. So in the meanwhile, I'll take your attendance. So in the meanwhile, I complete your attendance. I want you people to complete your notes. So please do that as soon as possible. Last one is called something, no ma'am, what you wrote. That is decagon. Polygon with 10 sides is called as decagon. D-E-C-A-G-O-N, decagon. Okay, dear. I bought the geometrical box. I was knowing 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides, and 10 sides. Okay, fine. Nice, Hardik. So that is not there in your syllabus, dear. Please learn only these many things. Don't go out of your syllabus. Writing is completed. If you have written, please go through the things, whatever you have written. Read those things once. You're traveling. Yeah, okay, dear. You said me no in the beginning itself. One time if you tell, it's fine. I'll make a note of it. Who is writing still? Anybody is writing still? Okay. If you're writing, please take a screenshot. Seventh one, it is not nonagon. Seventh one is called as heptagon. I have written there clearly. Nonagon is the ninth one. Can't you see that? This is 1, 2, 3 I have marked. You can see first one, 3 sides. Second one, 4 sides. These are the points and these are the important facts. Don't you people know that it's a simple thing here? Even I want to teach that. That is called as seal number. This is called as content. So maths exams of Navodaya, how means the marks will be there total each question carries. Okay, you wanted to ask about your exam, Bhakti. So you can see a video related to that in the YouTube channel of Bhattinbar. So that is the orientation program. You can see that full video so that you will get to know. Okay. Seventh, yes. You have to tell like that. Then if you're telling like this, how can I understand? Okay. Hope you guys have completed this. So now I'm going to disable your chat session. And right now your chat session has been disabled. People who are writing still, please take a screenshots quickly. Okay. So hope you have taken the screenshot and students now will go with our new concept, that is circle. So what is circle then? So every day you people will be going on, you people will be drawing these circles and all. So then what is an actual meaning of circle? So let me write you the meaning and then explain you. So look into your screen. A circle is a set of those points. A circle is a set of those points in a plane which are at a given which are at a given constant distance from a fixed point, in a plane. Okay, so here I'm going to draw diagram and then I'll explain you. So this is your circle, students, and inside your circle you're having a midpoint. Okay, so this is your midpoint, and here you're having a straight line, and here you're having a dotted line till that particular point. And here I'll just name this midpoint as O, and I call this as R. R is nothing but the radius, and I call this line as P, and I call this line as Q. Okay, so here you can see a circle is a set of those points in a plane. So in the circle you can see it is a plane figure, but only one midpoint is here. So this is your midpoint. Okay, so only one midpoint is here, and it is a set of plane figure with a constant distance. You can see from here to here, from here to here, everywhere you're having a fixed distance, constant. It is like a fixed distance that is from the fixed point. So this point we are going to call it as a fixed point. Okay, so in this plane figure, this is the fixed point, and from this fixed point, each and every other points are having a constant distance. So this is what we call it as a circle. And here to find this, so here I'll just write here, see, fixed point. So in the figure, fixed point is O. So where O is the center. Okay, so O is the center in the figure, and then distance has been called as R, and R is also called as the radius. Okay, so what do you mean by radius? Radius is nothing but the distance from the fixed constant point of a circle. So from this point to till here, what is the distance you are having? To know the distance, guys, we are going to use another word that is called as radius. Okay, and then we are having a diameter here. So diameter is the whole length. Here you can observe P and Q. So PQ, we are going to call that as a diameter. That means in the circle, what is the full line length that you are having, that is called as a diameter. So here PQ is equal to, that means this line will be equal to 2 into OP, that is 2 is a constant number. Suppose the radius is 3 centimeter, 2 into 3 you are going to do. Okay, so that will give you 2 points of radius, that is 2 times of radius. This side length you will get to know. So you are having a problems based on this. When I go with a problem, you understand it very clearly. For now onwards, you just keep in the mind whatever the things I said. Circle, it is a set of points, those which comes in a plane that is given you a constant distance from the fixed point. Okay, and here in the figure, O is called as a center, R is called as the distance. Distance can also be called as a radius. Diameter is PQ, that is the whole line. And here to find the value of the whole line PQ, whatever OP is that. So this is the whole line. Okay, if this is the whole line, this is the midpoint. From here to here, whatever the distance is that, we multiply with the 2, so that we will get this line value. Okay, that is, if you know OP value, you can easily find OQ value. So that is what that telling here in this particular diagram. So now kids, all of you can start writing this. So once it is done, please leave your messages in the chat session. And there is a name called 29 Priyadarshini. Can I know who's that? So if you are a student, please log in your name, because you will be missing your attendances. Aditya, can you please leave your message in the chat session? So whatever the doubts you're having. Is that Abhiram? Okay, Abhiram, you have to rename in yourself here. Ma'am, I was logged out, so can you please teach me? Oh, this is the most thing I'll be listening from you people. You people will come late, you people will log out from the session, and again you will tell, ma'am, explain me again. Please take down this, Harshit. And once I upload the video, you can watch in that, because again, if I start explaining, it takes a time. I cannot waste the time. I know network issue comes, but still, what can I do, dear? Because of one student for again 38 students, I cannot waste 10 to 15 minutes, no? It's fine, you can take down. In simple, I'll explain you. Nothing happens in circle. We just draw one circle. O is the midpoint. Whatever the distance is that from O to here, that is called as radius. That is nothing but the distance. And here we have a OQ. That is also the distance. So sometimes in the question, they will ask you to find the whole diameter value. On that time, you will use the formula which is there on your screen. So that is PQ is equal to. Okay, so go through that now once. And others, be quick. And this is the last theory part we'll be discussing on this chapter. After this, we will be having important terms which are related to the circle. So with that, your chapter will be completed. That means the theory part will be completed. And then we'll do the problems. So do that soon, quickly, everyone. It is done. Very good. Anybody is writing still? Two after Q. 2 is the constant number, dear. To find the another radius value, we use that. That is the formula. In Swarali, why S is there? Can I ask that? In Swarali, why W is there? Can I ask that? It's a common sense, right? In the same way here too. It's done. Okay. If anybody is writing, please take a screenshots and later you people can copy down. Okay, I did not got the message here that I think hope everybody have completed. So now I'm going to, yes, Aniket, tell me, leave me your message in the chat session, dear. Diameter is PQ, that's all. Why O will come? Only PQ, the whole line you take. I have written that neatly and I have explained you clearly, but still why this doubt? Diameter is the whole line. Whatever comes in the midpoint, don't worry, okay? Yes, that is nothing but O is that in that flow, so that's the reason they have taken. But still, whenever you are telling the first line and the starting letter and the ending letter, you will tell as your diameter. In between, you can add that to, or else you can leave that also. Okay, it's not an issue. So fine then, hope you people have completed. And now I have disabled your chat session, and then we'll go with our new concept. The next thing that is important terms. important terms related to, okay, wait. Important terms related to circle. Okay. So what are the important terms which are related to the circle? We'll just see that. Students, before going on to that, let me tell you, there are so many terms comes in a circle like arc, diameter, and then tangent, center angle, segment, chord, secant. So all these things are the terms we use it in a circle. Suppose if I take a subject of mathematics, what are the terms we use? Addition, subtraction, multiplication. So these are the terms related to mathematics. In the same way, when I come to the circle, you do have some of the important terms which are related to that. We'll see this one by one. The first important term, that is circumference. Okay. So circumference is one of an important term that we get in a circle. Circumference is nothing but the boundary of a circle. The boundary of a circle is called the circumference of the circle. Is called the circumference of the circle. Okay. Whenever you draw the circle, whatever that boundary is there, no, whatever the surface area is there, no, that is what we are going to call that as a circumference. The whole circle is called as a circumference. So whenever in the question, if they ask you to find the circumference, students, we use this, that is circumference of a circle, circumference of a circle. Whenever you wanted to find this, we use 2 into OP, so which is equal to 2R. So it is the formula we use, but when we go on with the problems in detail, I'll teach you how to use the formula. Right now, you can just go through this. And you can ask me, ma'am, how OP and all. OP you can refer. Okay, I'm sorry. A circumference of the circle is equal to 2 pi r. Okay. So here note down, value of pi is 22 by 7. Okay. So this is what we call it as pi symbol. Hope you know this. And the value of this is 22 by 7, and this usually they will ask you in your exam, what is the value of pi? On that time you should write that is 22 by 7. Make sure it is an important thing that you people have to know. Okay. So whenever you have to find the circumference, 2 into 2 is a constant one. 22 by 7 into radius, they will give you in the question itself like 21 centimeter, anything it can be. On that time you will cross multiply and then you will finally write your answer. So this is how you will find the circumference of a circle. And next, let me move on with your second important terms which comes in the circle, that is arc. So what do you mean by arc? How we are going to use the arc in the circle? So let me write a meaning first. A continuous part of the boundary, a continuous part of the boundary of a circle, a continuous part of a boundary of a circle is called an arc. It's called an arc of the circle. Okay. So arc is nothing but the continuous boundary of the circle. You're going to consider that as a arc. So let me explain you with one diagram. So kids, have a look here. This is the circle, and in the circle, this is the midpoint. And okay, whatever the line I'm going to draw here, from that midpoint, and whatever the line I'm going to highlight here down, this is an arc. Okay, so what is this is called? It is called as an arc. Can you all see the line, whatever I'm highlighting here on the down? And students, that is an arc. This line is there, no? That is called as an arc. So let me write here. I'll write, consider this as O, this as A, and this as B. And here, AB is the arc. So in the following diagram, AB is a arc. Ma'am, why we call only AB as a arc? Because it is a continuous part of a boundary. Whenever you are drawing a circle, it will be a continuous part, right? And it is a boundary to the circle. So that's the reason we call that as a arc. Hope you people got these important terms. These are the two important terms. Apart from this, you still have, I'll teach you. Before that, please copy down this now. So all of you start writing. Kushwant and Aniket, both of you have raised the hand. Please leave your queries in the chat session, Mr. Aniket and the Kushwant. And the others, please do write. Start writing, everyone. Pi, it is nothing but 22 by 7. Pi is nothing but 22 by 7. That's all. There is nothing to understand in that. Pi, which is equal to 22 by 7. That is what? 2 pi r. Pi value is 22 by 7. 2 is a constant number and r is the radius which will be given in the question. Got this? What is there in that? I explained you clearly. Kushwan, the same thing I'm telling. Please listen here. Pi value is 22 by 7. 2 is the constant number. R is the radius which will be given in the question. That's what I said. When I go on with the problem, you will understand it clearly. This is the theory part. That's all. Yes, Lohit, whatever I have highlighted, that is the arc. And even when you people are writing in your notes, please do highlight that AB line. So because it is an arc. Be quick. Okay. Complete it soon. I want everyone to chat with me in the chat session. There are nearly 39. Okay. Leaving me, there are nearly 39 participants. So please, everyone chat with me in the chat session once it is done. Only I can see few people are chatting here. I don't know the rest of them. Is it completed? Everyone? Okay. Hope you people have completed now, and the people who are writing still, please take your screenshots. Okay. Hope you have taken your screenshots and now I have disabled your chat session. Yes, and right now your chat session has been disabled, and kids now will go with a third important term of the circle, that is chord. C-H-O-R-D. So what do you mean by chord? Let me explain you this by writing the meaning. A line segment joining a line segment joining a line segment joining any 2 points on the circumference of a circle is called chord. Okay, so I'll just show you a diagram. Okay, so this is your circle and I'm going to draw a line here below your circle. Oh, the line was not clear. Okay, so now the line is clear. So here I have drawn the line. I name this line as A and B, and this is what we call it as a chord. Okay. So a line segment, it is a line you're going to draw by joining any 2 points of the circle. Suppose this is a circle, here I'm drawing this line. This is called as chord. Okay. Wherever you want, you can draw, but it has to join 2 points on the circumference of the circle. I call this as a circumference of the circle. In this circle, it has to join these 2 points of the circumference. Okay, so that is what we call it as a chord. Okay, so let me tell you again, chord, it is a kind of line segments you're going to draw by joining the 2 points. Okay, by joining your 2 points of a circumference of a circle. And students, the next important term that we have it on our circle is secant. What do you mean by secant then? So let me tell you about the secant. Listen to me. It is let me write the meaning and then I'll explain you. A line which intersects a circle in two distinct points, part is called secant. So now let me draw a diagram so that you people will understand, and then I start explaining you. So this is a circle, and on above the circle, crossly I'll draw one line. Okay, crossly I'll draw, and as soon as I draw the point, I name that line as a Q and the R. Okay, so students, you're going to, for a circle, you're going to draw one line segment. Okay, or you're going to draw a line and that line will intersect a circle. Okay, the line will intersect within the circle. You can see the intersection point here, isn't it? And you're having a two distinct part. So here you have a one part called Q, here you have one part called R. Distinct, it is a two different parts you will be having. That is in a circle. So that is called as a secant. And here on the above, AB is chord. Okay. And here below, QR is secant. And one more thing, the chord, you can ask me, ma'am, chord also looks like a secant. Now, what is the major difference? See, students, for a secant, you're going to draw a line outside your circle too. But in your chart, it doesn't happen like that. Whatever is the chart you're going to write or you're going to draw, that will be there inside your circle itself. But in the secant, it will be outside your circle. So this is the major difference you have to know whenever you're drawing this chart and the secant. And I hope you guys have understood this. Now you all can start writing. And kids, once it is done, leave your messages in the chat session and be quick, everyone. So start writing and draw your diagrams neatly and chuck it at the end of the session. Okay, anybody is writing, be quick. Who's writing still? Is it completed? Okay. So hope you people have completed this, and if anybody is writing still, please take your screenshots. Okay. Black bracket we want to draw. That is a black, it is not a bracket here. I have just highlighted your diagram with a box. If you want, you can draw, but if you don't want, you can skip that. For your understanding point, I have drawn that. Fine. And now let me go with your next part, and we have completed till our secant. And now we'll go with our fifth important element, that is segment. Okay. So here we get two types of segment, kids. One is the minor segment, one is the major segment. I'll explain you that once I go with the diagram. Now let me explain you the meaning first. Okay, let me draw the diagram first and then I'll give the meaning to this. So this is your circle, kids. And in the circle, you're having one chord, okay? And here, I'll name this as your chord as A and B. And kids, know here, remember one thing, whatever comes on the here, this is called as in a different name, and this is called in another name. And this segment or this part, we call it as a major segment. Okay. And this part, we call it as a minor segment. So, ma'am, what is major and what is minor? Again, the question arises here. Minor is a small one. Major is a large one. Okay. So, minor is a small segment that you get it on a circle. Major is a long segment, or it is having a large space. That is what we are going to call it as a major segment. So, let me write you the meaning of this. So here there is no actual meaning. So here they have just named AB is chord. Okay. And AB divides the circular region into two parts. Each part is called as segment. Okay, so see here. So in a circle, AB is a chord, and this AB is going to divide the upper part and the lower part. And here, whatever the region you get inside your AB and outside your AB can be termed as two different parts. So whatever this there within AB, we call that as a minor segment. Whatever there outside your AB, we are going to call that as a major segment. So there are two segments will be present in this segment of a circle. So it's an easy one again. So make a note of it. Quickly do that. So make a note of it quickly. So once it is done, leave your messages in the chat session. Yes, it is a freehand circle, dear. Done. Anybody is writing still? Okay. So if anybody is writing still, please take a screenshot of this. Okay. Hope you people have completed. Now I'm going to stop the share and it's stopped now. And students, apart from this, you do have another two more different terms which comes in the circle, that is tangent and the central angle. So that will be done in the tomorrow session itself. Okay. Got this? Okay. After I complete those two things, those two important terms, then I quickly move on to the problems. By this week, let us complete off this chapter because we are doing this chapter from a long time, right? We have a lot of theory content in this chapter, and all these things are very important to you and you have to do it. Okay. So now everybody turn on your videos and you know what to do once I complete the session. So please do that, everyone. Okay, good, Mohit. Keep turning your pages. Very good, Karunya. Kushwant, good. Tarish, where is the book? Good. Lohit. Okay. Aditya. Aniket. Mohit. Abhiram. Bhakti. Dishan. Preetam. Karthik. Dhrithi. Amogha. Shreyas. Chitesh. Anjita. Sairam. Surabhi. Harshit Kumar. Swarali. Good. Keep all your books down now. Yes, Karunya and Kushwant, you both have raised their hand. Please, if you have any queries, leave me your messages in the chat session. Okay, you just left your hand down. Okay, Karunya, tell me what is that, dear? No, circle is not called as a polygon. Circle is different, polygon is different. In circle, we don't have any sides. It's a freehand curve. So we cannot call that as a polygon. Hope I cleared your doubt. And okay, coming on to an important thing. Students, today I have started your regular polygon, circle, important terms of the circle. In today, after the session got over, the next session, you have to sit and in your formula book, you have to write about the circle, the important terms, whatever we have discussed. Okay, write that for one time. And then I had taught you people the important facts related to polygon. That is, 3 side is called as triangle, 4 side is quadrilateral, from 3 to 10. Okay, that is from 3 sides to till 10 sides. You people have to write for 3 times, and you have to learn that before coming on to your next session. Got this, everyone? About the circle and about the different terms of the circle, one time you have to write it in a formula book, that is at the back side of the book. And then the important facts related to polygon, that is 3-side triangle. Start from the 3 side and it on with the 10 side, and you have to write that for 3 times. Along with that, you have to learn that before coming on to your tomorrow session. Got it? Good. Yes, Karunya, it takes a time, dear. Once the whole chapter is done, it will be done. Okay? Okay, Preeti, I'm seeing here. Good. So fine then. It's been time up. With this, let me wind up our today's session. So now take a break of 5 minutes. So if you want to have anything, go and have within a 5 minutes, and then log into your next session. Okay? And with this, let me wind up my today's session and thank you all for attending the class, and then meet you all in the next class. That's on tomorrow. So until then, bye-bye. Have a nice day, and meet you all in your next session with your homeworks. So bye-bye.